theirs. But, well, we are already in game, so we are waiting for players to load in.
Okie dokie. Kaj, I'm getting some word here that your mic is a little bit staticky.
You sure?
Maybe we'll have a look at that after this match is resolved.
Alright, I'll look into it. But anyway, so the first ship is going to be nothing but Fog, piloted by Master O.D. Zaster. It's a goldfish with flamethrower, banshee, and carronade. Next one is Tranquility, piloted by Hellfire. It's still a Mobula with Hades. That's Gatling, Artemis, Banshee, and Artemis. And go ahead.
And for the Team Predators, we have the Wretched Egg. It is a carronade fish with a left side Banshee, it looks like. Oh, sorry, right side Banshee and a left side light carronade. And we have the NH Barrett, which is piloted by the mighty Keb. It is a galleon. The left side is a Hades, a Minotaur, and a Lumberjack. Rear is the Flamethrower, and on the right side is a Watcher and a carronade. It's interesting. So Guras is piloting for the Predators this week.
Alright, so is this
Already
better?
We're seeing some fire coming down.
Oh, we have. Is this better with the audio? I'm not sure.
I'll have my minions find that out for you, but I think a more pressing concern is going to be whether or not Tranquility can survive the ram that's coming in from the Wretched Egg here.
Indeed, Tranquility losing armor pretty fast and lost their balloon as well. Their hull are, well, let's say 60%. They managed to dodge the ram from Wretched Egg. Nothing but fog coming in for support. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so getting fire on the friendlies.
Oh my, yes. So the issue that the Wretched Egg is going to have is that if they press forward and allow themselves to get pulled into the gunocks of the Mobula like this, they're going to be vulnerable without the very accurate fire from the NH Barrett. And so they're taking a few hits there from the Tranquility. Barrett's managing to get a few hits on the Tranquility in return, so this is still a little bit even, but the further this drifts away from the galleon, the harder it's going to be to keep fire on those targets.
Alright, so I hope the static won't be too much of a bother for the first round, because I can't fix it right now, because there is an intense battle ongoing. So, let's see. The Wretched Egg and the NH bearing it. Okay. Is focusing Tranquility. Nothing but Fog is supporting their teammate by attacking Wretched Egg with the flamethrower. Oh, they are chem sprayed, so might do some minor damage there.
Now the Tranquility continuing to try and pull back from the galleon, although I think at this point they might be balloon locked, although they're managing to retreat into cover. This leaves the Nothing But Fog in a bit of an awkward position, because it might find it hard to run away here as well, and even if they do manage to get away, they've got a blender sitting on top of them, and it's difficult to get up from that kind of position. Nothing But Fog hits the deck, the NH Baronet. I wonder if that's a reference to some assistance they've had from the duck by the same name there. Continuing to get fire down on the Nothing But Fog. It's trying to retreat, I think, behind hard cover here, but it's having a hard time keeping its balloon up long enough to reposition itself.
Yes, indeed. Nothing But Fog managed to get from the water there, so they are going for hard cover. Maybe, not sure. Meanwhile, Tranquility is engaged by Wretched Egg. So they at least took the bait there.
Oh, this is aggressive from Wretched Egg, but the risk is that they go too far forward and then the Nothing But Fog cuts off their escape by popping their balloon. And I think they've realised that and are starting to back up themselves.
Might be possible.
So this engagement, I think, initially you have to say it's gone to Team Predators. A little bit more damage has gone out on the Tranquility and the Nothing But Fog, but nothing so far to really separate these two teams, and a lot of accurate fire from the Galleon, even when the Mobula pulls back, which is going to be essential for this strategy to work for the Predators, I think.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, NH bearing it, do they have Lumberjack? Yes, they do. Yeah, they are
Yes,
pulling
Lumberjack and Minotaur.
Yeah, they are pulling out a very good hit, I must say. And with the Hades as well, but well, now there's solid wall between them, but Wretched Egg is now going for a corner there, so Tranquility won't have the arc for them. Alright.
Yeah, I concur. I think New Blood and Tutu and Hunter here all get cookies for their firing so far.
What?
Oh, Richard Ed is backing up, but it might find itself backed up to a corner here.
Oh my.
It's okay. It's moving around the hard cover again, and NH bearing it is. So the Galleon is staying nice and low because it's got its Lumberjack, it's got great vertical arcs, and if the enemy ships dock down to try and engage it, they're going to put themselves in a very vulnerable position with respect to the Blenderfish here. And that's exactly what Nothing But Fog has just experienced as they lose their balloon and start backing out.
Yep.
Wretched Egg probably tempted to skirt around the corner here, but again, not straight into a Mobula. So this could end up being quite biddy, even though we've got a couple of very brawly ships in the form of two Blenderfish.
Yeah. So NH bearing it is still focusing Tranquility. I guess they're trying to get them down as soon as possible because of their firepower. But Nothing But Fog is still supporting their teammates with Wretched Egg being still pushed elsewhere. But now Wretched Egg just said screw it and goes after Tranquility.
This might be painful for them because although the Galleon can support, they're currently obstructing them partially for the Nothing But Fog. They're taking some permahull damage here. They aren't directly in the arcs of the Mobula to the extent that perhaps they might want to be, but or rather not want to be. Now Nothing But Fog's taken a few hits as well.
Yeah,
No explosive damage on it though. So.
Nothing But lost their armor now. Lost their balloon as well, taking some serious hull damage. They're going down. Wretched Egg survived this encounter for now, and still Tranquility is trying to support by focusing Wretched Egg. Well, NH Baron is still focusing Nothing But Fog, but he managed to get into hard cover for now. Nice.
Yeah, the Wretched Egg there, I think, was lucky not to take more damage from the Tranquility, either that or positioned themselves very well, because there was there's a lot of fire on the Tranquility that could have made that a very unpleasant experience. But now the Tranquility's balloon is down, probably from the bearing its Lumberjack.
Indeed. So now Tranquility is focusing NH bearing it with those Hades shots. NH bearing is targeting them back with Lumberjack and I think Minotaur as well. Wretched Egg and Nothing But Fog just rammed each other. Wretched Egg I think lost their armor. Nothing But Fog
even if they've lost
balloon.
their armor, the Nothing But Fog is going to need a kill here, because where it's about to wander into the right hand side of the Galleon, they're probably about to have a very sad time.
Well, oh my, Wretched Egg just lost every health they have except for, I don't know, a screw.
Yeah, they bumped into a wall there. I think that was unpleasant. That was probably not what they were going for.
Indeed, the Wretched Egg is seriously in danger right now. If Tranquility decides to just focus the Wretched Egg as well as Nothing But Fog, they can get the kill here.
Slight bump downwards from the Nothing But Fog, trying to keep the Wretched Egg as low as possible. If they get the Carronade back on them here, another armor break is all it's going to take to take the Wretched Egg out. Good disables coming in, but The heavy carronade is still up, and there's the kill.
Yep, nothing but Frog killed the wretched egg, so it's 1-0 in favor of red team. Nothing. NH bearing it is now 2 against 1. It's a Galleon, so he will take a couple of shots there, but still, they need to survive in order for their teammate to come back for support. They lost their armor now, and they're losing their hull slowly, but
Yeah, the Tranquility is bringing in a lot of firepower here. This is what we want to see from the Tranquility, laying down a lot of explosive damage onto ships with no armor.
indeed. Oh,
And I think a ram from the Nothing But Fog might finish things off here.
oh, this is a slow ram, I have to say. Well, never mind. It's just taken out of the Galleon, so scratch that.
So yeah, I think the Nothing But Fog was very aggressive there, and the other blender just clipped that spike over to the east of the Nothing But Fog's current position, and that just made life really unpleasant for them. As you say, they lost almost all of their perma hull, and then it was just one more armor break away from death.
Oh, we have a pause here.
Apparently, Tutu's internet is not playing ball at the moment.
Well, I'll use this time to try to repair my mic.
Always a cunning strategy. I'm going to take a closer look at these ships, try and figure out what it is that folk are doing. So, the wretched egg here is just pretty much standard Kajro fish with some explosive damage on one side and a little bit extra balloon popping on the other. And we've got a galleon. Now this is really interesting from the Predators, because the Predators typically come with a plan, and so this has got to be a strategy of theirs that they've been working on. The left-hand side provides them with balloon popping, a decent amount of piercing damage from the Hades and the Minotaur, and the ability to knock the enemy off of position. And the right-hand side is just your standard close-range loadout on a galleon, a watcher, and a carronade to break stuff. But there's some idea that goes along with the left-hand side here that I don't think we're fully seeing realized yet. And so on the red team, the Kajro fish is it's got flamers and it's got banshees. It's also a pretty standard blender fish. And so the question I've been wondering is what's on the mobula to explain the somewhat slow explosive damage output that we've seen from this, because it hasn't been exploiting armor breaks perhaps as much as it might. We've got a right side lower deck Artemis and a left side upper deck Artemis, and we've got a lower left Banshee. Okay, so perhaps the Artemises are being favoured over the Banshees for more disable power. I mean, if the NH Barrett has their Minotaur on you, you really want to try and disable that if you're a Mobula, just because decent hits on the side are going to leave you pretty badly crippled as far as keeping your guns in arc. So maybe that's why we're not seeing quite as much explosive fire as we're used to from these competitive Mobulas. Well, now the Wretched Egg is taking some fire from Tranquility. It's closing. It's probably going to get into cover before anything untoward happens to it. The Nothing But Fog is set up to move in on the NH Baronet, and looks like they've just managed to get a few hits from the Mobula there. Oh, but the Nothing But Fog is backing into the Wretched Egg and just lost their balloon again. Did they lose their balloon? No, they've taken damage on their balloon, but it isn't completely broken. Now it's completely broken, and they start to fall. They're burning the Wretched Egg, but that's not going to do much against the Predator ship. Predator ships typically have a ton of chem spray over them at this early in engagement. Haven't had time to disrupt that yet. The Nothing But Fog bottoming out on a peak and taking some shots from the Banshee. So again, we're seeing a sort of mixed range slugfest where neither team is super keen to overcommit, but both are willing to brawl it out a little bit and see if they can get some positional advantages. And Nothing But Fog backing up because they realise they're wandering into the NH Barrett's guns here and not super keen on that.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back, Kaj. We've got another one of those biddy engagements going on where each team slowly grinds down the other. Nice Watcher blast coming from the NH Barrett, and the Tranquility is returning the favour with its Artemises.
I see. Well, I managed to get something to do with the mic, so let me know if everything's good for now.
Right, you are. I will have my minions check that out for you. Ooh, Tranquility's getting a decent amount of fire. Wretched Egg is going to have a few seconds with their guns in arc before Nothing But Fog gives them a bump. Looks like that bump wasn't quite as much as they were hoping for, and now they're armored down in front of a Mobula. Mobula that's lost its balloon though, so probably not as much explosive damage coming out from there as they might like. Tranquility's armor's down, it's facing a lot of fire here, but again, with limited explosive damage on the Blenderfish, it's going to have a hard time... on the Blenderfish and the Galleon, it's going to have a hard time getting quick kills here. Well, the Banshee's coming out now, but the armor's back up.
Yep, Tranquility is getting nailed by the Wretched Egg. Nothing But Fog is going for support. Tranquility is also getting nailed by the Baronet, so this is slim chance for Tranquility to survive. Although NH just focusing both ships now, so I'm not sure if they're focusing only Tranquility.
Ram here might be nasty.
Oh, Wretched Egg is now in corner there against the wall. They're losing health pretty fast with all the damage from Gatlings and Flamers and whatnot.
Wretched Egg just found itself with lots of guns pointing at it, which is usually a bad thing.
Yep. It is. Even Gatling can destroy that armor. So NH bearing it is now in safe distance against those two ships, so he has some time to think of the tactic here.
So the question is, what will the Why So Serious team, what will they do here? Because the Galleon is not going to die before the other Blenderfish can get in. I mean, Wretched Egg is already spawned. And Predators probably don't want to go for a 0 down.
Well then, it seems that my mic is still doing things, and he doesn't want to cooperate with me, so I guess I need to change my microphone, which is sad.
That is unfortunate. NH bearing it almost dead here. Wretched Egg coming in on Tranquility. Trying to get a ram, succeeds. Oh, down goes the Tranquility, but the NH bearing it took a ton of damage in that exchange. I think Why So Serious will take that as an outcome. Nothing But Fog here probably wants to try and do as much damage as they can. Oh, tarring at the worst possible moment, unfortunately. They lost their engines just as to a Watcher Blast just as that came in, and now they're balloonless. Have a couple of severely damaged engines and are being chased by a Blenderfish with virtually no perma-hull. This will probably not end well for the Nothing But Fog. Not much I think they could have done once Aurelia went down there, though. They did as much damage as they could to the NH bearing it, and now they're dragging the Wretched Egg miles away. They benefit from dragging this match out as long as possible, so...
There's a nice skill there. Alright, so my microphone will change, but I need to end the stream, so after this match I will stop the stream for 2 seconds and reopen it.
Sounds good to me, Kaj. Well, I think Why So Serious are in the driving seat here. They know that the Galleon is basically a couple of hits away from being completely massacred. They also know that both these ships have to close, so Predators here have to be brutally aggressive, which is something that's very difficult to do in a Galleon. And the Why So Serious can probably afford to take it a little bit slow, chill, maybe get some cake, have a cup of tea. They just want to drag this fight out as long as possible.
That's true. 3 minutes remaining. They need two more kills, or there's a first kill?
So Predators needed at least 2 more kills.
Alright, I see. Alright, so 2 more kills in 2 minutes. We'll see how this goes.
Wretched Egg losing their balloon. Tranquility hiding behind a big cloud of tar, although that's now cropped up. NH bearing it coming down, but the Tranquility's just going to hydro straight past them. Oh, they do take a watcher to the face though. And a little bit of damage to the balloon. Not enough to break it though, although the Wretched Egg might have ideas about that. Although, nothing but fog coming in. Now the Wretched Egg is facing a lot of fire. They're getting rammed again. Their balloon is down. They're taking fire from Banshee. This is probably not what they were hoping for.
Wretched Egg is now under fire with Hades and whatnot. I'm not sure what they have. Artemis. Next thing is NH bearing it is now being focused by 2 ships. They disabled nothing but fog with their Hwacha, which is good, but still.
Ooh, and then
There's
break
going to be
on
a
nothing but
ram.
fog.
Nice ram from
They get their armor up just in time though.
Yeah, lucky you. Still.
Oh, it's 30 seconds now. Armor break on nothing but fog. Oh, this might be it. This could put us in a nasty final 20 seconds or so.
Yep,
Nothing but
Tranquility
fog
is
probably
going
tanking
for
away. Oh, Mobula ram, Wretched Egg.
yeah.
Pushed out of the way. This could be.
That was something to see. Nothing but fog is now losing their armor. Now lost their skin. Tranquility, get out of there.
Yep, flee, run for your life, Tranquility. You have so many other croissant-shaped things to live for. That's
GG.
it, that's time. The YSO series just managed to eke out a victory there.
Alright, so red team wins. That is who?
That is YSO series, I believe.
Series division. Right?
Yes.
Alright, so congratulations to Series Division for their first win on this SCS, and I'm going to change my mic, so I'll be back